Choke, no joke. Chicky choke, no joke. Choke, no joke. Chicky choke, no joke. You know what it is. Get a little like jogging while y'all come in. Come on in now. Come on in. Choke, no joke. In the building. Give y'all another minute or two to come in before I get started. What up, what up? One more minute. All right, y'all, 20 more seconds. All right, y'all, what up? Choke, no joke in the building. Already know. All right. So, how y'all doing out there? Much love to everybody in the chat. Shout out to all my moderators in the building, my subscribers, and my membership gang. Much love to you all on this beautiful Saturday. What's going on? This way I can see who in the building. Team of B is in the building. Lisa Renee is in the building. Abigail Green is in the building. Hugh Jax is in the building. Agent Nueve is in the building. Casher 416. What area code is 416? 416. That sounds familiar. Is that Pennsylvania? Where's 416 at? Live Hip Hop Daily. What up, bro? Where you been at, man? The team of B, what up? Dee Dee, what up? Raymond, what up? Mars, what up? All right, choke no joke, you already know. I'm in the building. And over the last few days, I think it was Monday, I caught a cold. And if you know me, I I don't get sick. You know what I'm saying? So when I get sick, I can kind of pinpoint, how, you know, I got ill. And I know how I got ill this time because I was at the barber shop and went to go get a lineup. And after the dude lined me up, he sprays the damn alcohol in his hands and wipes my face like this to put the alcohol on where he cut. Dude, you been touching mad stuff. Clippers, everything. The dude before me, you probably did the same shit to him. She wiped his face and then wiped my face. I leave there the next day, that night, going into the next day, I feel it coming on. Boom. That's it, I know I'm sick. So I've been trying to nurse myself back 100%, with the turmeric, the Theraflu, the black seed oil, you know, the zinc. So now I feel better, but I'm still congested, so my voice probably sounds deeper than it normally do. But the other thing is, I consciously have not been staying on my diet and my workout, and I see the results. You know, I'm starting to get a little belly, and I ain't trying to be Nas and DMX. Rest in peace, DMX. I ain't trying to be belly. So since I've been off the cruise, and I realized I done put on so much weight down here. I got to get it back on my eating right and not just eating and anything and drinking soda because I've been drinking sun kiss, eating a lot of potatoes, and I usually don't eat potatoes unless it's sweet potatoes. Uh, Fried foods, and I went super hard on the cruise. So I just feel like my stomach is getting tighter and stuff, and I'm like, what the hell's going on with my stomach? And I'm start thinking about my diet and how I've been eating and not, doing my daily walks as I used to. And some of y'all know I used to walk every day, you know, and I kind of slowed that down and slowing that down and eating without and not properly eating, watching the carbs and stuff. I done put on some pounds in the wrong place. Tara Jackson, welcome to Team Choke Now Jokes. Tara's in the building. All right, Miss Jackson, if you nasty. That's right. Rest in peace, DMX, my spiritual leader. Yeah, I miss X, man. X wisdom would be so prolific right now. The things he would say at this age. Especially if he had a sober mind. Anon Lee, what up? Sticky Finger, what up? Do I got any Dubai uh, followers out there, subscribers on the membership game? Anybody in Dubai out there? I needed the Dubai plug. But I'm gonna be getting back on my workout. You know, I got like 30 days to my birthday, or less, way less than 30 days. But the countdown to my birthday, the cruise was my pre-birthday event. That was for me to celebrate with my peoples, you know, the ones who support me, you know. And my birthday is less than 30 days now. I'm getting older, and I'm seeing the pounds will jump on you at a certain age. So now it means I'm gonna have to work out probably twice a day now to get back where I was. You know, I wasn't doing my push-ups every day like I was. Yeah, I slipped. You gotta stay focused. And you gotta stay disciplined. But now, for me, I gotta start thinking, all right, 65. If I slip like that for, you know, I don't know, maybe 6, 8 months, I gotta start thinking way ahead. I gotta start thinking way ahead and know that if I stop working out now, look how it is. And that probably could bring all types of health complications and everything. So I'm gonna stay active as much as I can, and I'm just gonna make it a lifestyle. You know, just like you, I told you, I cleaned house with all my old gear and got, you know, changed up my wardrobe and everything. That goes with the mentality. The mentality got it for now. I got to add the physical fitness and the diet in there with that, and just keep elevating. Shout out to everybody that was watching the golf lesson today. I ain't mean to show y'all that because I paid for that. So if you watched it and you got something from it, be grateful. I gave back because I paid for these golf lessons, and it wasn't. I was just practicing when the instructor came up, but you know, good thing I didn't cut the camera off because now I can go back and watch it as a tutorial and watch myself and see what I was doing wrong. But if you're into golf or you want to get into golf, you know, as you can see, I'm a novice just starting, but I'm thinking 10, 15 years ahead, what I want to going to be doing as a sport. I'm still going to be walking, so learn the game of golf because all that is, you do a lot of walking in golf. Even though you got the golf carts, some people don't use golf carts. They'll just use the golf bag that rolls, and they just be, they'll walk the whole 18 holes just for the exercise. So once again, I'm thinking ahead, the future. What I'm be doing. I ain't gonna be able to be trying to play no basketball, running fulls at 65, 70. That ain't happening. You break something that is broke at that age. So the safest uh, sport would be golf. So I'm just preparing for the future. 5, 10 years from now, I'll be nice. I'm gonna be nice. I'm catching on quick right now. Perry Jones, what up? Shireen in here too. I ain't even see her. Yeah, so let's get to the current events. Now, a few things I want to talk about. Which call it? Before I get into the rats, the West Coast rats. Porky and his man. Uh, I see they calling uh, the trucker. They call him Porky over there on the other channel, and I call the Compton pig Porky. So it's just a pork fest. They just swine all over the place, you know. But before I get into these rats over here, because they turning on each other now, so the rats is feeding off each other. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they feeding off each other right now. So hold on, let me talk about something else first before I get to that, because that's gonna take a minute, right? Oh man, there's so much I gotta talk about. But anyway, so let me start here. And I know she probably gonna be upset with me for saying this, but I can not no longer talk about it, even though sometimes I know people be upset when I talk about certain situations, but it's current events, it's news, and I got some type of personal emotion attached to this situation, right? And I'm talking about Remy and Papoose, right? Like I really feel like Remy gave up. Like, I'm not used to seeing Remy. Uh, I ain't gonna say back down or be a punk, right? But it's clear she don't want no smoke with uh, Clarissa Shields. Not at all. Now here's where I get torn in this situation, right? Because I like the girl Clarissa Shields. I never met her or anything, but when I say I like her, like, I'm a underdog. I'm an underdog. You know what I'm saying? So I always root for the underdog, especially when you came from spit. You know what I'm saying? Especially when I can see myself and, and my family and you growing up with the struggle. It don't matter if you rap, box, play hockey, ballerina. It don't matter, right? But it's just the same attachment that I have with Remy is the same attachment that I have with Clarissa Shields, as far as like on the spiritual level of understanding they struggle and where they come from, right? When some people look at them in a negative way, I understand. You know what I'm saying? When people don't understand them, I do because we come from uh, like the same background. It don't matter if they women or not, because I got sisters and I see them in them in some way. You know, or girls from the neighborhood. It's a it's something that you relate to, the struggle, right? And when I saw Clarissa Shields' movie, because I went and seen the movie, uh, and I can't even remember how long I've been following her, but some way or another she came across my timeline on the sports side, waiting for the Remy stuff, and I started paying attention to her. You know what I'm saying? And seeing it, it might have been like when she was going at it with Layla Ali. I think that was because Layla Ali, she was my favorite female boxer. Not that she's still not one of, but I like Clarissa right now, right? And she's retired. So um, I started paying attention to her around that, I think. And then from, her going there, because I'm like, she talking like that to Layla, like, she got to be nice. Let me see what she doing. And then I'm seeing that, and then I'm researching it. I'm seeing, you know, like the Olympics, uh, and then I'm seeing her doing UFC fighting. Like, like she not just boxing, bro. Like she did UFC, like wrestling on the floor, and like she's a beast, right? So that made me. And then when the movie came out, and I got to see her backstory, oh, straight embracing her. I'm promoting her. I'm reposting her. I'm giving her encouragement to keep going. Fuck the haters. You know what I'm saying? She got my support. Like just like I would do with a rapper, a Nas or somebody like that. Who's Slick Rick. People that I really like, and NWA, and invested my money in CDs and tapes and posters and concerts. So it's the same thing with the sports. She's like the Michael Jordan. I'm gonna buy Jordans or whatever, right? So now with Remy, it was the same thing, right? But on the rap side, when I first met Remy, like I didn't know Remy. She was from Castle Hill Projects, and I'm from Edenmore Project. And girls from our projects, uh, they, she got into some shit with some girls from our projects. You know what I'm saying? And you know, she know how even more girls give it up. I'm gonna say that. I ain't gonna get in all into it because she could tell her own story when it comes to that. But Remy know about even more girls, and even though she had a problem with them once or whenever, it didn't affect me and her friendship, right? So, um, seeing Remy coming up, through the music and knowing she was from the project, it's kind of like Clarissa, but maybe Clarissa didn't come from the projects, but she came from a fucking project environment. You know what I'm saying? Like we may not be came from uh, like a third ward or a fifth ward in New Orleans, but we got that same struggle, right? It don't matter where you're from, the struggle is the same. Poverty and whatever. But like Naughty by Nature say, poverty is paradise. Even though we was very poor back then, we had uh, we had some of the best times, even being poor, right? So Remy, she's coming up in the music, and now I'm at BET, right? And I'm producing Rap City. So being that, you know, I what you call it, um, I connect with her like on the spiritual level because we from that same energy, right? The first time she came up to BET, I felt uh, comfortable with her enough to, I don't know, I think I hit her or I did something to her. She like, oh, you comfortable, right? But immediately, like, boom, me and her, we clicked. You know what I'm saying? And when I say hit her, I don't mean I can't remember where it was or something. And I tapped her like she looked like, oh, this thing is scared of me, right? So from that day forth, me and Remy got cool, and then I would be around her a lot. You know what I'm saying? Then we started hanging out. Me, her, Steph Lover. That's when her and Steph Lover was cool. You know what I'm saying? I was around Remy the whole time. I was at the day she shot the chick, right? But I was still in her circle at that time. You know what I'm saying? So um, even if you go back and you look at her like when she was first getting on and was on BET and they was doing like in studio stuff, you'll see me standing right there by her. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Plenty of times I've been around her. When she got locked up, I went and visited her several times. You know what I'm saying? And Remy always been with the ish. Always. It don't matter what it was. I seen her stop messing with Steph Lover. 'Cause Steph Lover lets Viv spit on her on that VH1 Gossip Girls. What was it called? The Gossip Game or something like that. But which call it? Steph Lover said something to Viv about her daughter, and Viv spit on her. Whack! And Steph Lover ain't do nothing, and Viv was with the smoke. And Remy like, man, I'm locked up for shootings, and you let a chick spit on you, and she cut off from that point because she like, I'm not tolerating no like nobody running with me. If you tolerate that type of shit, and I'm in jail for fucking not letting nobody violate me, and they kind of fell out from that point. You know what I'm saying? That's why when you seen Remy come on, you ain't see her hanging with Steph Lover no more. But prior to that, they was always together. and stuff. And Remy was locked up when Steph Love was on that reality show. She just Remy was just she was still at with the ish chick. So um, like I said, I was on the visit with me, her, and Papoose together. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of crazy, in one way to see how this played out because I keep it a buck. Pat definitely was there for her throughout the whole day. Yeah, I can't speak on anything financially, but physically, yeah, what I'm saying, he was always up, and he was regulating, stopping a lot of people from going up there seeing her because it was like we had to go through him to see her, and which was BS to me because a lot of her relationships, was way before him and her and got married. But so for him to be controlling her visiting list, it was kind of it probably kind of, it probably made her bid rougher, honestly speaking. You know what I'm saying? Because she could have got way more support than she got for that reason. Because they even limited me, going up there to see her. And that was his girl. I didn't want her. You know what I'm saying? But that was my friend. It was the same thing with Kay Slay. You know, Kay Slay introduced Remy and Papoose. And I remember Slay being mad because it was like they told Slay that he had to go through Papoose to go see Remy. That's why he never went to go see her. Like, what? I'm not going through him to go see her. Like, I introduced him now. I definitely remember that. Um, but anyway, moving forward, to see them, them come home and, Remy go on Love and Hip Hop and everything. She kind of, she kind of helped Papoose career just by letting him stand by side her. Even do. All right, it's seven. All right, cool. All right, thank you. I'm out here beasting. But guys, the weekend and they close early. That's all right. I still got 2 miles out of it. I ain't mad at that. So, you know, she kind of helped Pap's career by letting him stand beside her in business. Even though people knew who he was, but I don't think he would have got no job in no iTunes and all that other stuff if it wasn't for, them going on Love and Hip Hop together. And, her helping, her coming home from jail, that was great exposure for her, and it helped him. And then the whole black love thing, you know, hold on a second. Yeah, the whole black love thing, that was probably the thing that got me feeling, uh, you know, kind of crazy about it. Like, like they had this whole black love thing that they ran with on Love and Hip Hop, and it was beautiful. They even had a kid, called it the Golden Child. this, that, and the third, right? So, so you know, to see where it's at now is kind of like it's kind of bugged out because like neither one of them really sat down and addressed the situation. So it's like it's so much out there for speculation, right? So we know that Remy uh, supposedly I cheated with Easy the Block Captain, right? She got caught out there publicly, right? And then then she tried to blast Papoose for or blast Clarissa Shields for messing with Papoose. But as you can see, not too many people cared about the Clarissa and Papoose situation because the Easy to Block Captain situation was so I'll just say flagrant. It really embarrassed Papoose for everything that he stood on publicly. Like he ain't have no smut on his name. You know what I'm saying? Throughout their whole jail bid, they marriage. If he ever messed with somebody, it wasn't public, right? He never got caught violating her or whatever. He ran around, he played the back, whatever. He sat back and watched her walk around with all this naked ass outfits and shit. She once Remy got her body done, like see, y'all may not know the old Remy. Remy used to be a tomboy. She used to hate dressing up girly. You know what I'm saying? Not like she wasn't the brat, but she wasn't Ashanti. You know what I'm saying? She was a mix, kind of like Aaliyah, and before Aaliyah went all the way feminine. Like she was like the hood home girl, but not dyke, right? She didn't give you dyke, right? Or stud, but she definitely wasn't with the dresses and all that other. So you go back and look, like she might have did it in like some photo shoots or something like that, but that wasn't her swag. After she came home from jail and got her body done, oh man, Remy done turned to a sex symbol, right? And I'm not gonna knock her. She looked good. She looked damn good, right? But that shit gave her a confidence that she didn't have back in the day. She wouldn't have been if she had that body back then. She probably would have been fucking damn near Little Kim. But anyway, so my thing is, I see Clarissa, right, and Papoose now. It's like he ain't got to hide. Like he could be out with her and he could flaunt it, and it look good. You know what I'm saying? And he bringing out a side of Clarissa that I didn't see before. Like her style is kind of changed. Sometimes she be on her New York ish. You know what I'm saying? Even though she ain't from New York, she be looking like she from New York. If you seen her walking through the airport, you'd be like, "Oh, shorty from the Bronx." Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Like she she done she her swag is on 100, probably like 102 and shit from where she was before. But this is my first time. I'm not saying Remy looked like a punk, 'cause but that's like the best way I could describe it. right? Because I don't, my vocabulary, I'm not Ti, right? I can't come up with a big ass word to make it sound not to make it sound like I'm not taking shots at her. But I remember the days when Remy would beat a bitch ass, right? But I think Papoose strategically said, nigga, if I'm gonna move on, I need a chick that can fight. Cause this chick is crazy. She ain't gonna just walk away. She with all types of smoke. So I gotta find somebody that's cute, that I like, that ain't gonna be scared of this Bronx chick. And he was thinking, that nigga was flicking through the channel. I'm tired of Remy, man. Tired of Remy, man. She running around here naked. I gotta walk around with her. She wearing all this see-through shit. Her goddamn titties is out and everything. And I gotta stand there and I got to take this. Man, I done went to jail with this girl. I done been it with this girl. Man, I done sat on that goddamn jail dance floor. You know what I'm saying? And then I come home, she get these goddamn bodies, and now she done turned on me like she some goddamn sex symbol. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is sitting there drooling in my face, and I can't say nothing. She talking about, baby, I'm working. I'm working. Nigga, what is you, stupid or is you dumb? Fix your face, Pat. Fix your face. Fix your face, Pat. I know you don't want me to wear this tonight, Pat, but I'm a performer, Pat. You want the money, right? I'm paying all the bills, nigga. iTunes ain't giving you that much money, nigga. We got you wanted the golden child, didn't you, Pat? You wanted the golden child, right? Nigga got me pregnant. You know what I'm saying? I done went through two pregnancies. I gave you the golden child, nigga. I'm wearing this shit. I don't care what you say, nigga. You ever heard of the Emperor's New Clothes? Just think of that. Just think you in that movie and you in that book. Yeah, I got the Emperor's New Clothes on, and we going to this show, me and Joe. I'm gonna get up there, and Joe over there, that nigga saliva. Like, damn, Rim, this ain't little Rim no more. Like you ain't Remy Ma, you Remy Mommy. Remy Mommy. Oh, like Joe, yo, you see Remy, yo? That's Remy Mommy now, bro. That's Remy Mommy. This nigga Pat tight. Man, I'm about to get out of this, man. But I can't, man. Shorty, she's so cute. Remy will beat her ass in 2 seconds. Oh, mommy, you got it. Now, Remy will stomp you out. I can see the Timbs all in your forehead. Nah, man. I got to find the right girl for me. That nigga was sitting in the house. Motherfucking ESPN came in. Here go Clarissa. She looking good, but she looking tough. You're like, ooh, look at brown skin. She got Remy's complexion. Okay, she a little cuter than Remy in the face. You know what I'm saying? She got a little body. It ain't fake. Ooh, oh, oh, yo, she can fight. Ooh, ooh, oh, okay, okay. What's her name? Clarissa Shields. Clarissa Shields, huh? That nigga went on Instagram. Oh yeah, she cute. Ooh, ooh, oh, she can fight. She do UFC. Remy ain't putting no rims. She ain't putting no Tims on this motherfucker right here. No, she's the one. Follow. Yeah, I'm going to her next fight. Yeah, I'm on her. Let me DM her. Hey, girl, you the champ. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, let's get back to her highlights. Oh, Remy can't be her. Oh, I'm out. I'm out. Oh, girl, you can wear anything in that closet right now. I'm out. Oh, Clarissa Shield. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, I love her. I love her already. Yeah, Remy is not running up on this one. I guarantee you. And nigga started DM. Oh, she want to be with that little nigga that look like me with the beard. He want. Oh, okay. You want to go get a nigga that look like me? Okay. I'm gonna go get a chick that's brown like you, hood like you, and will knock your ass out if you think you're gonna run up on us. Yep. Sorry, Golden Child. Yeah, Clarissa Shields. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. I bet you Remy won't run up on this mother. I bet he won't. I bet she won't. And today, like I said, I'm not calling Remy a punk, right? But I see her do worse things for less. And she ain't gonna fight for her marriage. She ain't want no smoke with Shorty. Shorty was like, yo, I'll fight you for $1. Remy was like, bitch, is I'm stupid or is I'm dumb? I'm not fighting you. Remy was like, hey, is you think I'm stupid or is I'm dumb? Like, I'm not fighting you. Like, you can have that nigga. That's all right. I had him already. You know what I mean? He old goods now. I got my little baby out of him. You can have him, baby. I'm looking too good to be fighting out here. You know what I'm saying? You know? But man, I guess she can't fight for for the man if the man don't want to be with her. That's the thing with some ladies don't get. When we done, we done. Especially when you was as loyal as Pap was, and she embarrassed that nigga. See, the dumb thing Papoose did is he risked going to jail for that. Now that's something I wouldn't have did. I wouldn't have put my hands on that nigga if he did. I don't know. You know, the rumor is that he did. But me, what you beating him up for? She gave him the coochie. Don't ever risk your life, nigga. Ever. Don't risk your freedom ever. You know what I'm saying? You ain't never, man, don't put your hands on. I don't care for whatever. I understand I was your wife, right? But you could be in jail right now for that doing a 1 to 3 or 3 to 9. No, you don't even know, right? And what you think she gonna be doing out here? I know you probably got caught up in your emotions, but that wasn't the thing to do. And I'm pretty much sure uh, Remy ain't got another bit in her. That's why she's one. She ain't gonna fight the girl, but you know Remy ain't a fighter anyway. Remy like, yo, you got it. My gun is warm. It's cool. Start thinking about them greens. Nah, okay, baby girl. I can't beat you, and my gun is warm, baby girl. You go ahead. You can have him. You know, he's all you. You know what I mean? I can't pick up this thing no more. I can't see the greens. I don't want Joe coming to see me with the cornrows on the dance floor no more. You know. But shout out to Remy. Shout out to Clarissa. Shout out to Papoose. The jokes are all in fun, but as far as the relationship stuff goes, you know, I always tell people, and y'all heard me say it before, if you're not going to love unconditionally, don't get married, right? If you got conditions on your marriage, do not on your relationship, do not get married. Okay? Here's an example. If cheating is a deal breaker for you, don't get married. Because in the case of Remy and Papoose, temptation's a mother effer. Remy was in jail for fucking 6 years, right? 7 years, right? She might have got an itch that Pap couldn't scratch. Or she might have wanted, you know, when men come home from doing that much time, like they want various coochie. They on a coochie mission. They trying to catch up on coochie that they missed over the years. That might not be no different for women. You know what I'm saying? They ain't had no pipe. You know what I'm saying? In 7 years, getting the same pipe, they might be out there getting other pipe, like because just that same pipe ain't might not be it. So if you have that condition in your relationship, don't get married, right? Because if cheating is going to break up your relationship, don't get married because temptation is too high out here. There's too many different personalities. There's too many different men. There's too many different women in the world. You know what I'm saying? So if cheating is a deal breaker for you, don't get married because you're not going to be able to walk away from the relationship just like this. You're not. You're going to have to go to court. You're going to have to give up money. If you got kids, it's going to make it even worse. If you got properties and stuff, you just can't leave a relationship like that. So if cheating is a deal breaker for you, then don't get married. If you love the woman unconditionally or you love the man unconditionally and you don't care if he go out there and step out or you don't care if she go out there and step out, as long as she do what she's supposed to do in the house and do what she's supposed to do with you, if you got that type of mentality, then you love unconditionally. There's no conditions in your relationship. Keep that in mind if you're in the process of thinking about getting married. If you walk in your house and the mailman is banging your wife and you're going to go get your gun and kill him and not her, you already a goddamn fool. But if you're going to get your gun anyway, you don't love unconditionally, right? If you could walk in that room and be like, and walk out and go somewhere and come back later and be like, yo, you was in here sleeping with another man in my house, woo, 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 and check her and forgive her, that's unconditional love. Now, some of y'all in the comments probably like, yo, no, that's being dumb or that's being a fool. But if you've been with somebody for 20 years and then you walked in and you caught them having sex, are you going to throw the whole 20 years away for one time they cheated in 20 years? You're going to throw a whole 20 years away. So if you 30 years old and y'all get married at 30, and 20 years later, she finds somebody else and start cheating, or he finds somebody else and start cheating. You 50, he 52, 54. You gonna start over with a whole new relationship and start over from the beginning with a new person in your 50s, both of y'all, and just say you meet somebody, and 2 years later they want to get married. Are you gonna get married again? And say you get married again, and 5 years down the line, you get that same situation. You walk in, he cheating, or you walk in, she cheating. You gonna end that relationship and go start it all over again at 55 and 57? So learn something about unconditional love. It's about finding a person that you could deal with for the rest of your life, no matter what happens. Y'all work through it. But know that it's a lot of temptation out here. Let Remy and Papoose show y'all how black love, if it ain't unconditional, will be crack love. The black love will crack if it ain't unconditional. It would take Papoose be a big man. He would have to love Remy unconditionally, as he did when she went to jail. He waited for her. That was unconditional. But he had conditions. Oh, you ain't gonna be with another man and publicly embarrass me and think that we gonna still be together. No, because he had conditions. Now, what if he get with Clarissa and it don't work? Let's say a year later, she cheating. Or Clarissa find Papoose cheating a year later. Like cheating back with Remy. Is Clarissa gonna break up with him? Or she gonna stay with him? I know she better not be talking about marriage. And so she put some time in. She need a good 3 years with him before she even talk about marriage or anything serious. Period. Because you got to see if the love is unconditional. If it ain't unconditional, what's the purpose? Find the one that when you get mad at them, you can turn around and still deal with them. Think about it. I'm gonna get back to the Rat Pack and Vlad, and when I come back. But I'm gonna say this quickly. Vlad just revealed that he's been talking to Trayvon Lane for years. Y'all heard that? Vlad said that he's been talking to Trayvon Lane for years, and he's supposed to get an interview with him or whatever. The dude, they ain't doing no interview. That ain't happening. Probably after somebody get convicted, right? But I'm glad that he said that because I hope that the police question Vlad about what him and Trayvon Lane talked about the night that Tupac got hit. Oh, I got so much new Tupac revelations on y'all. Oh, wait till I come back. Did y'all know that Chaz Williams seen Tupac and Suge come right after the fight? Chaz was at the Biggie joint and at the Tupac joint, right? And remember, Gene got the call talking about how they hit up Suge and Tupac, right? Now he said it was Little Daddy, but Chaz was right there too. Damn, all them niggas was out there. I'll get back to that later. You know what it is.